Welcome to TubeGeo. Have you ever wondered why some countries decide to move their capitals? Capital cities may have solid physical structures, but their status is far from permanent. Nations were forced to relocate their capitals whenever needed, and history is filled with numerous instances of such significant shifts. Sometimes the decision to move a capital city is driven by dramatic and urgent needs. Natural catastrophes like devastating earthquakes, crippling floods, or relentless famines that force a rethinking of where a nation's heart should beat. At other times, it's a strategic move to spur economic growth by developing a new region or to alleviate the unbearable overcrowding and congestion choking the old capital. Wars and conflicts can also play a pivotal role, necessitating a relocation for greater security and defensibility. In some cases, the change is more symbolic, aiming to honor historical or cultural significance, to reflect a profound shift in national identity, or to strategically position the capital for better governance and control. Today, we're diving into the fascinating stories behind 10 countries that took the bold step of changing their capitals. What drove them to make such a significant move? Was it political, economic, or something entirely different? Let's get started. Number 1. Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro to Brasilia. In 1960, Brazil relocated its capital from Rio de Janeiro to the newly constructed Brasilia to promote economic development in the underdeveloped interior and reduce the concentration of power on the coast. Historically, economic activities in Brazil had been concentrated along the coast since the colonial era, with cities like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo thriving as trade and industrial hubs. This led to urban congestion, social inequalities, and regional disparities, while the interior remained largely untapped. President Juscelino Kubitschek, serving from 1956 to 1961, spearheaded this transformative move as part of his Plano de Metas, or Goals Plan, which aimed for rapid modernization. Brasilia was designed by architect Oscar Niemeyer and urban planner Lucio Costa, featuring a unique layout resembling an airplane. The city's construction involved relocating thousands of workers and was completed in a remarkably short period, symbolizing Brazil's ambition. Number 2. Nigeria, from Lagos to Abuja. In 1991, Nigeria relocated its capital from Lagos, a bustling port city, to Abuja. Lagos, while economically vibrant, was dominated by the Yoruba ethnic group, leading to feelings of marginalization among other major ethnic groups, like the Hausa Fulani and the Igbo. The concentration of political and economic power in Lagos intensified these tensions as different ethnic groups competed for resources, jobs, and political influence in an already overcrowded and resource-strained city. The idea of relocating the capital was first proposed in the 1970s under the leadership of General Murtala Muhammad, who envisioned a new capital that could symbolize national unity and development. Abuja was meticulously planned as a purpose-built city, featuring modern infrastructure and designed to accommodate the administrative needs of the government. Interesting fact, Abuja was chosen not only for its central location, but also because it's less prone to the coastal erosion and flooding that frequently affect Lagos. The new capital is known for its unique street naming system, where streets are named after Nigerian states and cities, African countries, and notable figures. This reflects the city's role as a symbol of unity and Pan-Africanism. Number 3. Kazakhstan, from Almaty to Nur Sultan. Kazakhstan's capital Almaty, while culturally and economically significant, was vulnerable to the earthquakes due to its location near tectonic fault lines. The city's proximity to international borders also posed security concerns. Additionally, Almaty's mountainous terrain limited its expansion, leading to overcrowding and traffic congestion. Hence, in 1997, the country made the strategic decision to move its capital from Almaty to Astana, now Nur Sultan, situated in the north-central part of the country. This new capital was envisioned by President Nur Sultan Nazarbayev, who aimed to create a city that embodied Kazakhstan's forward-looking aspirations and economic ambitions. The move to Nur Sultan was part of a broader strategy to stimulate economic growth in the northern regions and distribute population and resources more evenly. It also reduced security risks and facilitated administrative efficiency. Nur Sultan features cutting edge architecture and urban planning. The city's master plan, designed by Japanese architect Kisho Kurokawa, includes iconic structures such as the Bayterik Tower and the Han Chatir, a giant transparent tent that serves as a shopping and entertainment center. One of the city's most striking features is the Akh Orda presidential palace, symbolizing the political heart of Kazakhstan. The capital's rapid development has transformed it into a bustling metropolis, showcasing the nation's progress and modernity. Number 4, Myanmar, from Yangon to Naypyidaw. In 2005, Myanmar surprised the world by relocating its capital from Yangon to the newly constructed Naypyidaw. The reason behind this move remains somewhat mysterious, but several theories proved insight. Strategic military considerations played a significant role as Naypyidaw is located in a more central and less vulnerable position, away from coastal threats and closer to military facilities. Additionally, concerns over congestion and infrastructure limitations in Yangon, which have become overcrowded and overburdened, likely influenced the decision. Naypyidaw features wide boulevards, expansive government complexes, and significant green spaces, reflecting a vision of a well-planned administrative hub. One of the most striking aspects of Naypyidaw is its substantial military presence, with numerous military bases and facilities, underscoring the strategic considerations behind the move. The city includes impressive structures like the Apatasanti Pagoda, a replica of Yangon's famous Shridagon Pagoda, symbolizing continuity and cultural heritage. Number 5, Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur to Putrajaya. While Kuala Lumpur remains Malaysia's official capital and commercial hub, the administrative functions were moved to Putrajaya in the late 1990s. Named after Malaysia's first Prime Minister, Tunku Putra, Putrajaya represents a strategic initiative to streamline plan to reflect modernity and environmental sustainability. The city is characterized by its extensive green spaces, parks, and lakes, creating a serene and conducive environment for administrative activities. Its layout features well-organized government precincts, residential areas, and commercial zones, facilitating smooth administrative functions. By relocating administrative functions to Putrajaya, Malaysia aims to reduce the pressure on Kuala Lumpur, promoting balanced urban development. Number 6, Tanzania, from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma. In 1973, Tanzania announced its intention to move its capital from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma, a more centrally located city. Dar es Salaam, while economically vibrant in the country's main port, had become overcrowded and dominated by coastal elites, leading to regional disparities. The move aimed to encourage development in the interior regions, providing a more balanced distribution of resources and opportunities. President Julius Nyerere envisioned Dodoma as a capital that would reflect the ideals of the nation and promote inclusive growth. Despite this shift, Dar es Salaam remains Tanzania's economic hub, hosting major businesses, industries, and the primary port. The city is not only known for its economic importance, but also for its historical significance, having served as the capital of German East Africa in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Dar es Salaam is affectionately referred to by the locals as Bongo, reflecting its perception as the bustling, beating heart of the nation. Dodoma's development features planned urban spaces, government complexes, and improved transportation networks, reflecting Tanzania's efforts to create a functional and accessible capital. Number 7, Egypt, from Cairo to new administrative capital. Imagine a capital city still in the making. Egypt is moving its capital from the historic city of Cairo to a new administrative capital, yet to be officially named, located 45 kilometers east of Cairo. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi champions this project as a part of a broader strategy to stimulate economic and social development. The new capital aims to create jobs, attract foreign investment, and incorporate smart city technologies and sustainable practices. It will host main government institutions, including the presidential palace, parliament, and key ministries, reducing the administrative burden on Cairo. Yet Cairo, with its timeless aura, remains irreplaceable in the world's imagination. Its streets echo with millennia of history, and its skyline is graced by the iconic pyramids of Giza, the enigmatic Sphinx, and the vibrant Khan el-Khali Bazaar. Cairo's soul, steeped in ancient wonders and bustling modernity, will forever be the cultural and economic heart of Egypt. Number 8. Ivory Coast. From Abidjan to Yamoussoukro. In 1983, Ivory Coast designated Yamoussoukro, the birthplace of its first president, as its political capital. This move aimed to honor the president's legacy and promote development in the central part of the country. Yamoussoukro, with its grand basilica modeled after St. Peter's in Rome and expansive boulevards, now hosts the presidential palace and other key government institutions, reflecting the nation's respect for its founding leader and its ambitions for balanced regional development. The contrast between Yamoussoukro's serene planned environment and Abidjan's dynamic urban life underscores the country's dual approach to development, ensuring that while political administration is centralized in a place of historical significance, economic activities continue to thrive in a well-established metropolis. Number 9. Belize. From Belize City to Belmopan. Imagine a capital city born out of necessity and foresight. Can you guess which country we're talking about? In 1970, Belize moved its capital from the hurricane-prone Belize City to the new constructed Belmopan, located inland. Belize City, situated on the coast of the Caribbean Sea, is particularly vulnerable to hurricanes due to its low-lying geography and tropical climate, which often result in severe weather conditions. This strategic shift was prompted by the devastation caused by Hurricane Hattie in 1961, which brought catastrophic damage and flooding, highlighting the need for a safer, more resilient administrative center. Belmopan, designed with hurricane-resistant infrastructure, embodies Belize's vision for a secure and sustainable future. The new capital features government buildings, residential areas, and spaces for commerce, all meticulously planned to foster growth and development. As the political and administrative heart of the nation, Belmopan hosts key institutions, including the presidential office and main government ministries, ensuring the continuity of governance. Number 10. India. From Calcutta to New Delhi. In 1911, the British colonial administration announced the relocation of the capital of India from Calcutta, now known as Kolkata, to New Delhi. Kolkata had become the capital in 1772 under the British East India Company due to its strategic location for trade and governance. As the British expanded their control, Calcutta emerged as the epicenter of their colonial administration, economic activities, and cultural exchanges. However, over time, Kolkata's location in the far east of the subcontinent posed logistical challenges for ruling the vast expanse of British India. New Delhi was more centrally located within British India and offered a more favorable climate for the administration. Designed by British architects Sir Edward Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker, New Delhi was conceived as a grand and imposing city with wide boulevards, imposing government buildings, and lush gardens. It was officially inaugurated as the capital in 1931. Historically, Delhi has been the seat of power for various dynasties and empires, including the Mughals, whose architectural legacy includes the Red Fort and Jama Masjid. Its strategic location on the banks of the Yamuna River make it a pivotal center of politics, commerce, and culture. Today, New Delhi remains the political heart of India, hosting the offices of the President, the Prime Minister, and the Supreme Court. The city stands as a testament to India's rich history, its diverse culture, and its forward-looking ambitions. And that's a wrap for today. If you enjoyed this exploration of why these 10 countries changed their capitals, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts and any other examples you know of in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to TubeGeo for more fascinating dives into the geopolitics and geography that shape our world. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.